G'day, I'm Adam David Collins, the author of Jewel of the Stars, and today I'm going to find out what kind of Knight Radiant I am, because I'm going to be taking the official Knight Radiant order quiz on Brandon Sanderson's website. So, let's check it out. Here's the address, brandonsanderson.com/official-knights-radiant order quiz. Okay, so we've got these sliders that we have to adjust. Okay, so the first one, Heart on Sleeve versus Poker Face. Interesting. So this is about how openly and honestly you kind of display your emotions. So let's see. I'm never deliberately deceptive about my emotions. Not necessarily overly good at expressing them either. I mean, I am male. I've got a bit of a Vulcan poker face because I am a bit Vulcan in my nature. I think I'm just going to leave that one on 50%. Okay, confident and need reassurance. Yeah, I'm probably going to lean that one kind of this way a bit. Cautious and daring. I am definitely a cautious person. Library or dojo? Okay, so I'm going to interpret that as, you're a bookworm, academic kind of type versus a sporty, fighty kind of. So obviously I'm right up there. Wolf pack or lone wolf? Okay, so I am very much an introvert. I'm very shy, so I think I belong kind of right way up there. Peacemaker or Firebrand? Yeah, I'm surprising myself that I'm going all these 100%, 0% kind of thing. Like, usually I'm not that committed to a decision on these kind of things. Where do I belong here? Yeah, I'm probably fairly that way. Spiritual skeptical. I am very much a spiritual kind of person. I'm not going to put this 100% because, I've still got a way to go, as we all do. Leader, facilitator. Now, what is meant by facilitator, I wonder? So a leader is obvious. It's someone who leads others, who takes charge, and who others naturally do want to follow. A facilitator is someone who kind of enables others, helps them. I think I'm more kind of lean over this kind of way. I don't think leadership comes necessarily naturally to me. It's something that, I can do if is required, but I don't think I don't gravitate towards that kind of role. Guard dog versus alley cat. I am not an animal. I am neither a dog nor a cat. Okay, so a guard dog would protect those that it cares about, that it belongs to, that kind of thing, I guess. What does an alley cat do? I think of like cartoons with alley cats in them. They're kind of like, I don't know, they're portrayed like street gangs, I think, aren't they? That's possibly not what this is meaning. An alley cat is kind of out for themselves, aren't they? They're the free spirit kind of, I've got to worry about no one but me. Yeah, I'm much more this kind of way, I think. Compassionate versus dispassionate. Well, again, my kind of Star Trek nerd kind of wants to say, well, dispassionate is Vulcan. I am a logical, dispassionate Vulcan. But compassion is something that I highly value, because I'm also a Christian. So I'm going to go up, again, a bit like the spiritual one. I'm not going to say that, I'm not as compassionate as I want to be, but I definitely aspire to be compassionate. This is an interesting one. Hearthead. Yeah, I think this is where I'm going to say I'm kind of the logical thinker, Vulcan-y kind of type person. I try to be driven more by my thoughts than my feelings. I try to reason things out and think things through very carefully. I'm a slow, deliberate thinker. Flamboyant reserved. Yes, I'm really quite reserved. Letter of the law, spirit of the law. Yeah, I tend to be more this kind of... You know, when I was a kid at school, I was very much the... You know, I follow all the rules, and if someone was kind of... You know, if someone walked on the garden bed, I'm like, you're not allowed to walk on there! I mean, I try not to be judgmental about this kind of thing, but I am... You know, for myself, I very much, you know... I follow the road rules. You know, you don't go 1 kilometre an hour over the speed limit, and you don't start accelerating until you go past the speed limit sign. You know, that's kind of where I sit, I think. Free-spirited versus disciplined. Yeah, I think I'm probably try to be more disciplined. About there. Obedient, rebellious. Yes, I aspire to be obedient. Creative, conventional. Yes, I am a writer. I'm going to say that I'm... Well, I don't know. This is the whole unsure of yourself thing up here, isn't it? The needs reassurance thing. Alright, what else we got? Dependable, flexible. Yeah, I think I'd be more on this kind of side. Down to earth, head in the clouds. I did say I'm a writer. You know, I spend disproportionately probably too much time thinking about fictional worlds. Those are my creation, but also those of other creations, like thinking about Star Trek when I should be thinking about important things. Things outside the box, colours inside the lines. Yeah, probably more that way. Tense versus relaxed. I'm going to be really non-committal on this. I think I'm going to leave that on 50%. Decisive, indecisive. I'm so indecisive, I'm going to leave that on 50% because I can't decide whether I'm decisive or not. Yeah, I can be quite indecisive. In fact, I can ask my wife. She'll probably say I'm on 100%. Likes change, likes stability. Yeah, I am probably more on that side. Planner spontaneous. Again, my wife would say I'm 100% over here. I'll try to be a little more spontaneous, having met her and knowing that she likes to be spontaneous. Ends justify the means versus honourable actions. Yeah, I'm way more over here. Playful, serious. Again, that's hard because I think of myself as a pretty serious person, but then, you know, I can be playful as well. I can, you know, tell stupid jokes to my kids and just be silly sometimes. So I'll leave that on 50%. Tells the truth, bends the truth. Yep, I aspire to be truthful all the time. Again, on these kind of moral things, I don't want to, you know, I don't want to say I am perfect, but yeah, I very much aspire to be honest and truthful. Likes to take things apart. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Yeah, I'm scared to take things apart because I'll never be able to put them back together again. Hotel versus camping. Interesting. Yeah, I'm way more. My wife is definitely up there. My family growing up, when we went camping, we took the fridge, the microwave, the computer. So, yeah, probably do that. We go camping once a year at our church camp, but we started hiring a caravan instead of using the tents because it's just, you know, we've been rained out, we've had books ruined by rain leaking into our tent, and yeah, got no time for that. Fencing versus boxing. Yeah, fencing seems much more civilized to me. Sound like a Jedi, don't I? Artistic, scientific. Now that is a really interesting one for me because in my day job world, I'm a computer programmer, which is very much up this kind of end. But when I'm not in my day job, I'm a fiction author, which is kind of up this end. So what on earth do I do with that? I don't know. I really don't know. I'm going to lean this kind of direction because even in my... Like, the things that appeal to me about programming... Like, I see programming almost as an artistic thing as well. Programming to me is creative. I'm creating something. I don't come at it looking like I am problem solving. I want to create this algorithm that solves this problem. I'm thinking more, I am building something, which today happens to be a piece of software. Tomorrow I'm building a book. But either way, I'm building something creative. So, yeah, I'm going to do that. Book smart, street smart. Yeah. Paladin and Rogue. Okay, now I'm going to lose some geek cred here because, I mean, admittedly, I'm more of a sci-fi person than a fantasy person, but obviously this is Brandon Sanderson, this is fantasy. I believe the term Paladin came from the role-playing Dungeons and Dragons kind of world, which is not something that I have ever really been involved in. So I don't actually know what a Paladin is. I have Googled it in the past and tried to get my head around what it actually means, but I don't remember. Now, I think from memory it's like a religious soldier kind of thing. Now, a rogue is like a rebel, which is very much not me. So I'm gonna do that. It's a bit of a guess. Competitive versus casual. Yeah, I'm not overly competitive. Transparency versus need to know. I think I'm more on that kind of side of that. Alright, now this is the big moment now. I'm going to find out what kind of Knight Radiant I am. Say the words. Speak again. The ancient oaths. Life before death. Strength before weakness. Journey before destination. I am a Truthwalker. I will seek truth. You are a Truthwalker, which gives you access to the surge-binding powers of progression and regrowth and illumination. Progression and regrowth allows you to heal organisms and alter their growth. Illuminations allow you to create illusions. The Truthwalkers are seen as reserved and quiet, mostly known as the most scholarly order of the Knights Radiant. They tend to attract scientists primarily, but also scholars or thinkers of all types. This extends to some who might not normally be known as scholarly, but instead as someone reserved, often consumed by their own thoughts. In general, they tend to be reserved, particularly in person, though a small minority of watchers are greatly concerned with the actions of the powerful and might be likened to investigative reporters. These make their opinions known loudly and forcefully, particularly if they think someone in power is abusing that power or lying about fundamental truths. Note that, like all Knights Radiant, there is a great disagreement within the Order about what is their truth. However, Truthwalkers watch... What? I keep saying walkers. Probably thinking Edgewalker. However, Truth Watchers tend to approach these discussions with enthusiasm, even if they generally prefer to write their opinions rather than speak them. Yeah, totally. Among the Knights Radiant, the Truth Watchers tend to be those who hold the knowledge and secrets of surge binding, and are the ones to discover many of the newer advances in things like fabrial technology. If that order doesn't fit you, isn't quite what you expected, read more about the order at this link. Yeah, that sounds pretty cool. I think I kind of could see myself fitting in with that. So Truth Watchers come out as 75%, Edge Dancer 68, Windrunner 52, Bondsmith 44. So there you go. Alright, well, that's what kind of Knight Radiant I am. How about you? Why don't you take this test and find out what you are? Don't forget, my first book, Jewel of the Stars, episode 1 is just 99 cents. Book 2 is also out, and you can get the free prequel by joining my email list. I'll catch you next time somewhere out on the planet Roshar, or elsewhere. See ya.